The Trails and Tales update has finally come out, and with it came the new Trail Ruins, a structure that is mostly buried underground and serves as a dig site for the new archaeology system. As indicated by the workstations and emeralds you can find in the gravel, these ruins seem to be some kind of decayed ancient village. And this made me wonder what this ancient structure used to look like before it ended up in a damaged state underground. But I want to go a step further and have it be fully naturally generated on the surface. Now this process consists of two steps: rebuilding all the parts of the ruins and then finally making a data pack that naturally generates all these buildings as an entire village. Okay, so I just placed all of the parts of the Trail Ruins and this is a lot. Now the big question is, how do we restore this? First of all, we remove all the gravel with a command. Now at this point I should mention that I'm not a builder, and I have no idea what I'm doing, but I'm willing to give it a shot. And so after a bit of work, this is what I think this structure used to look like. It looks very simple and flat, but you have to keep in mind that this is how Mojang does things. Maybe not this simple, but a lot of the structures are in a similar style, so this seems pretty accurate. And now I just gotta do this 85 more times. So I'll be back with you in 5 years. 86 structures, all rebuilt. I mean, to be fair, this is awful. And this one just straight up looks like a toilet. But it's fine, we did a well enough job, I think. So, as you can see, I just generated a trail village. Now obviously this isn't done yet, I have a lot of cleaning up to do. But yeah, you can definitely see how this is a bit more intact. All of the buildings have at least a little bit of interior. And there's even a sniffer here. Look at him. Now before I clean this up, I just want to show you some neat touches that I added. These 3 farms use exclusively wheat and beetroot. That's because those two are actually obtained from archaeology in this area. Also, since you can find armor trims in these ruins, I made sure to include trimmed armor as well. Alright, so I started decorating this a bit more and I also added villages. On top of that, the generation now works a lot more consistently, which means that it's finally time to write a data pack that generates these structures naturally. And after a bit more work, it is finally done. So as you can see, this is pretty similar to the generation of the Trail Ruins. You have the tower at the back, then some buildings next to it, and then you have this road going along with a couple of buildings on the side. Now, as I showed previously, these have all been restored, but this one is kind of hard to make out since it's completely snowed in. Keep in mind that the generation is based on the Trail Ruin generation as well, so these villages generate in all biomes that Trail Ruins also generate in. But yeah, let's try to find a jungle and look for a trail village in there. And I gotta say, these fit very well into the jungle. Oh yeah, and as you can see, the villages are actually jungle villages. So let's go take a look at one more. Okay, this also looks really cool. Like the way it carves into the mountain too. But yeah, as you can see, this generation works pretty good as well. And I was debating on whether or not to use lanterns, but I mean, these guys have blast furnaces, so I think this is fine. You also have these fireplaces, which look really nice. And yeah, there's just so much going on here. But hey, if you want to play with this, I'll leave a download link in the description, which I may or may not update in the future as well. But for now, that's all. Thank you all for watching, and until next time, goodbye.